Welcome back to another episode. Today we are going to be going to Old San Juan, a place we're very excited about.
Wow.
Because after exploring this beautiful island, this is magical. Going counterclockwise from Rincon to Guanica, Fajardo in our last episode where we were able to go see El Yunque.
That was an epic day. We do not have a reservation.
Visitor bought 5 extra tickets.
Yay!
We've now made it to the historic city center of Puerto Rico. Get ready for the most adventurous 24 hours in the city that you could ever imagine. I can't wait.
It's going to be a great day.
Welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we're Brittany and Drew, two hopeful adventurers who got married, moved into a van, and have been chasing adventures all around the globe ever since, and are now preparing for our move to Portugal, with one last adventure to share with you here in Puerto Rico first. While we get in our Uber, we're gonna let you guys enjoy some clips from our city supping adventure, which was unlike any supping adventure we had ever had before, actually. We took an Uber to the Laguna del Condado. City supping. We've never done this before. We were looking at like the cityscape.
Yeah.
It was so unique.
It was a really cool thing to do. Definitely rent a kayak or a sup, or if you're like us, bring an inflatable with you. It is pretty remarkable in here to see all of these different buildings, some still abandoned from the previous hurricane that came through about 5 years ago.
But it is nice to see some of the ones that have completely renovated and they're all shiny and newly painted and they look so beautiful.
Thanks for paddling, babes.
Yeah, my
You're the
pleasure.
best.
You get to paddle on the way where we're against the wind.
Fair enough, fair enough.
We're gonna make our way underneath this bridge.
It's gonna get choppy after this bridge.
Yeah, it opens up to the sea. And to a perfect view of the Caribe Hilton, where there's a famous feud between them and another place in Old San Juan who both claim to have invented the piña colada. Ooh, and there's also a cool old fort. Fort of San Geronimo.
Geronimo!
Geronimo! And the city supping adventure continues under another bridge where we see a broken bridge. Maybe we should go under. Yeah, like, I'm still blown away with how clean and clear this water is. And now we're going to the area where all of the boats and the cruise ships are. Some of these cruise ships look larger than some of the buildings. This does sort of remind me of paddling through the Venice canals. That's fun. Memories. Lots of boats. Whoa. Makes us feel small.
Big catamaran.
Whoa, maybe SLV's here. Just kidding, I think they're in Bali right now. And look at all these little sailboats playing around the cruise ship. It's fun. There was nowhere to turn around in this nook, so we have to go underneath the dock. Oh my.
We got itches.
We just made that. That's one of the funnier things we've done on a sup.
A little tighter than the mangrove tunnels.
A little bit.
Good work, babes.
You do, and a little tighter than that bridge. We thought that was impressive. Who knew you could have such an adventure in Old San Juan?
Welcome to Old San Juan.
Bienvenidos.
You ready for today?
I think I'm gonna need some Puerto Rican coffee to start off.
Let's go get some coffee. Yeah.
There are a lot of people exploring, and I think a lot of them came off of that cruise ship.
Vieques. Culebra.
One thing that we didn't get to do while we were here in Puerto Rico is explore Culebra, which is supposed to have one of the most beautiful beaches, Flamingo Beach, or the island of Vieques, where they have one of the most astounding bioluminescent bays in the world. But maybe that's something you want to add to your list. Just thought we'd stick that in there before we got our coffees. Cuatro Sombras, we have arrived. We heard about this place from the locals. We read about it in the books. This is one of the best coffee shops in town. It is all single origin, shade-grown coffee on a hacienda that is 3,000 feet above sea level. It has been in the Munoz family since 1846. So let's go in and let's try some for ourselves.
Push.
Push. Whenever we're traveling, it can be extremely difficult for me to find delicious, nutritious, and convenient gluten-free snacks, which is why I like to stay stocked up on my favorite, by Catalina Crunch.
I have zero dietary restrictions other than wanting what I eat to taste great and make me feel good. And between the 6 crave-worthy flavors,
honeygram,
dark chocolate,
chocolate peanut butter,
cinnamon toast is my jam. This flavor reminds me of my childhood with the same sweet, cinnamony goodness and satisfying crunch. Plus, it's good for me.
Made with real ingredients, nothing artificial, zero sugar, packed with plant protein and digestion-friendly fiber. All of their flavors are rich and delicious, while also letting us feel good about enjoying their crunchy treats like every day. We love putting this keto-friendly cereal on our smoothie bowls, eating it by itself, or as a pre-workout snack or a late-night go-to without having to feel bad about it. It's versatile, convenient. Plus, when you use our link in the video description below and our code ADVENTURE, you will get 15% off plus free shipping on any Catalina Crunch cereal pack. Now that we're feeling energized and satisfied, let's get back to the show. Cheers! Ooh, I might have to get some ice.
I already got my sweat on today, guys.
I know. Something that I found really interesting about Puerto Rican coffee, even at Starbucks, much like in Europe, they don't generally do drip coffee.
No,
unless
and we
it's a
love our
specialty.
drip coffee.
But that's something to note, because if you're trying to order like a large coffee, you might get like 4 shots of espresso.
The other day, they tried to give me a large coffee that had 4 shots in it, and I had to explain to the guy I'd be running around town if I had had 4 shots in my coffee.
So pro tip, when coming to Puerto Rico, espresso drinks only. Shots, 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 shots. Everybody.
Let's drink up.
Oh,
Drink, 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 drink.
I gotta get some ice in this. I love how beautifully painted all the buildings are. With turquoise and purple and green, yellow, orange. We're here at one of the only stores in Old San Juan that sells locally made crafts and cool things. So let's go see what they have. Wow, look at these things. I love this. Very unique. With masks, cool doors, which we actually ended up coming across in real life later that day, we have found that you can learn a lot about a place from local artists, discovering scenes and symbols of what they love most around every corner.
Babes,
Cool, look here.
show me what you're gonna show me.
I'm gonna show you where we're going next. It's La Puerta de San Juan, the old door in La Muralla.
There's quite a line behind you right now, babes.
There is. It's because we're here in La Calle de Fortaleza, where you can shop and you can eat, and potatoes are the thing that the Potato King makes, and there is a line. I heard somebody say, I never met a potato I didn't like, and I think I'd have to agree. You can't really mess up a potato.
I love my potatoes.
Mashed potatoes is Drew's favorite food.
It is my favorite food, so I might have to get one of these later.
Maybe if you weren't already sweating.
Hot potatoes,
But we are here during the dry season, and I have to say it is the best time of year to come to Puerto Rico. The weather has been perfect.
I especially love all the little petite balconies.
Me too. Reminds me of, what's that place in Louisiana?
Ah, New Orleans, the
Yeah.
French Quarter.
Yes, exactly.
And all the pigeons on the stoops. This really puts into perspective how big these walls are and how massive they would be to scale for any invading army. And I love the colorful architecture here. I know how much you love birds.
We thought there were a lot of pigeons on that stoop when there was like one. I actually think that there's a name for this pigeon spot. It should be called like Parque de los Pigeones. Oh,
Look at them all. Oh! These pigeons aren't afraid of anything.
I wonder if I held my arm out if they would come fly on my arm.
I bet if you had some in your hand.
Can you pretend?
Like this guy. Wow. Hey, Mr. Pigeon.
Welcome to Parque de las Palomas. The park is named due to the large number of pigeons that are fed by visitors.
They've been coming here like it's a watering hole for centuries.
Right? It's like paradise. Pigeon paradise.
Do you hear them cooing everywhere around us?
It's so cute.
I love it by you. Just enjoy it. They're flying right over your head right now.
Please don't poop.
Hey. They think I have food in my hand. Brittany made a friend.
I love all the pigeons that are up there on the old bell tower. I never really thought pigeons could be so entertaining.
I guess we should have brought some snacks for them.
Except it does say do not feed,
Oh, do not feed the pigeons.
outside the park.
That was amazing. That was my favorite part of the day.
I try not to hold him back. Wow. If only I wanted gelato right now, this is the place. The mama of gelato.
Show us the flavors.
We did return later that night to treat ourselves. We couldn't resist La Mama del Gelato. Plus, it was our very last night in Puerto Rico. Now just a few more steps and a few more pastel-colored streets until we finally arrived. It's such a tease not being able to go swimming in the water right now. We've literally gone every single day, without fail, in the water. But we stepped out here to tell you guys you can actually walk around the walls.
There's a whole tour group about to go.
Yeah, I mean, what a beautiful coastal path along the historic walls. I want to do it right now, but we have somewhere else to go.
Right here that we're about to walk through is one of the 5 gates within the 3-mile walls around the city. This particular gate right here was used for Spanish dignitaries that were first arriving to the city. So this is the most special gate of them all. I think they would have been coming all the way across the Atlantic, likely from Portugal or Spain on the Iberian Peninsula.
Pretty memorable.
One thing I want to point out is how thick these walls really are. They're massive. They must be 40 feet thick. It'd take a lot of Britneys to span it.
Like at least 10. Wow.
I love that there's snacks and ices and everything on every corner in Puerto Rico and then San Juan.
From La Puerta de San Juan, we walked straight up what was probably the prettiest street we had seen all day. The same street Spanish dignitaries walked up from the gate, headed straight for the second oldest cathedral in the Americas, so they could give thanks for their safe journey. The Catedral Basílica Menor de San Juan Bautista, which also holds the tomb of the city's founder, Ponce de León.
Don't you worry about a thing. Gonna be alright. Well, I rise up this morning, smile with a rising sun.
This plaza's hard to leave. It's so cool under the shade and music.
Got good vibes.
Yeah, and there's like cats hiding in the bushes. I love it.
Muy fuerte, muy fuerte. You want to tell us about this place?
This is where they filmed.
Vamos a hacerlo en una playa en Puerto Rico.
This is the spot, famous spot.
And this is supposed to be one of the most visited spots in Old San Juan. There are a ton of reviews for this place.
Hey, do you have a sticker?
I do.
See if you guys see it if you ever come here.
This is La Factoria,
Okay.
number 54.
Wow.
In the world, number 12 in North America, and number 1 in the Caribbean. So it's a very old bar.
Yeah. Were you here when they filmed the famous music video?
No, I wasn't here.
No.
I wasn't here.
I bet that had to be cool. Appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Yeah. Muchas gracias.
He said that was the 54th oldest bar in the world. Wow.
Wow.
But I wanted to say another amazing thing to do. I mean, the Factoria is a great option, but renting bikes and going to explore the Funky Pigeons, which is an area just outside of the city to the east. And you can go explore the little local eateries where you can get pinchos, some of the local fare, because they love their fried food. They love their meats, which has made it a little bit hard for me to eat some of their cuisine, but...
The pinchos, they are the ticket.
And the bike ride along the boardwalk through the mangroves and everything, I mean, we had a blast.
And if you can, go on the weekends, because that's the happening time.
Yeah, except the sidewalks will be pretty busy.
Go, go! There were little parties everywhere. I think it'll thin out a little bit now.
Yeah, already.
Just you and I and 4 wheels.
And the ocean breeze in our hair.
Don't want to fall in that. Brittany just spotted this wonderful pool that we're going to give a shot and see if we can go swimming in.
I love this. This is so pretty. Did you see that?
We made you a whoopsie section.
Oh, definitely pay attention when you're biking.
This is what we're dealing with right now. And if our tire goes in one of those, we might go down. There's a lot of low-hanging limbs too. Oh gosh. Ah. Oh. The trail got real narrow on us. Oh no, duck. Whoa. Oh my gosh. Ah. All right, we gotta get these bikes returned. Vamonos. Will we make it? Palm trees, coconut.
Despite all the obstacles along the way, we did in fact make it back, and just in time to finish our tour of the city.
What you're looking at here, right behind me, is Casablanca. It's the house of Ponce de Leon. He is the European explorer that discovered Florida. He was born in Spain in 1474. That is a long, long time ago. And he was also the first governor of Puerto Rico. And he lived here.
Just make sure you don't come on a Monday if you want to go visit, because it's a Monday and it's closed. But that's okay, because we have an even bigger castle to go tour. But what is it literally called? What is it called? Castillo
San Felipe de Moro. And it happens to be a national park, which is something Brittany and I absolutely love. So we will drop this into our national parks playlist.
Cool. And we'll drop the playlist right up here in the corner.
Right there.
And we're right here.
It's such a change up after being in the city to come out to the point and see green grass.
I know.
In a big open space.
It's a great spot for a picnic, by the way. We picked up some empanadas when in Puerto Rico.
When in San Juan.
Yes. You want to see the goods up close?
Show us the goods.
This is the empanada, perfectly rolled, folded, and tucked.
It's windy.
And this is Drew's favorite, the tornillo. And I always come bearing my own snacks. Veggies, fruits, a protein bar.
You look very satisfied.
I always love a picnic.
Tornillo means screw.
Oh.
Oh, it looks like a corkscrew.
Cool.
I love my custard.
Is it your favorite?
No, I think those ones you got at the grocery store 2 weeks ago were the best.
Next up, another unmissable spot, which required a very long and straight walk to get there. At least we knew we couldn't make any wrong turns. $10 to get in, by the way. Or if you have your National Parks Pass, you can get in here too. We are in! I was wondering what was behind those walls.
I came for a smash penny. Let's see if they have a smash penny.
Oh, I hope so. Fingers crossed. We were wondering, do you have like a smash penny machine?
We don't anymore.
When I was here as a little Nino, you used to have one.
We now have like
The collector medallions.
metal.
Yeah, I'm glad you know about it though.
Yeah, for sure.
This is the Coqui frog.
The coqui sound every evening must be one of the things that I love most about Puerto Rico.
I am gonna miss that.
It definitely makes us feel like we're so connected in nature here.
Coqui, coqui.
You guys hear that? That's the coqui frogs. So we gotta go down to level 2 because it's the oldest part of this whole fort.
Wow. Look at that view.
Wow, look at the size of those walls.
Massive.
Huh. This has to be the biggest fort we've ever been in.
Yeah, I think so.
Incredible. We've made it.
Wow.
It's one of those really cool dome ceilings.
This is the This is the original part of the fort. It was built in 1539. It was over 500 years ago. It was
Like, that's before Columbus even made it to Americas. So impressive.
It looks very solid. It was a really beautiful place to explore and walk around, and we especially loved the views. They were everywhere, and we couldn't have asked for a more beautiful day. Can you guess what this was? This was the very large kitchen.
Pizza oven?
Maybe.
What I found really fascinating is the soldiers back then lived on 3 pounds of food per day, and that was meat, potatoes, assorted root crops, and their rations were really good. People in the military got to eat well, and a lot of people were attracted to this line of service back in the day because it was better than civilian life, even though they deducted the rations in which they had out of their pay, which left them with very little extra money, but at least they were protected.
Wow.
Wow.
Wow. Makes me want to go swimming. Helpless.
look at him go now. He's like, oh yeah.
King of the castle.
King of the castle. King of the castle. King of the castle.
This spot is amazing to come to, if not only for the views, but for the unique history, the iguanas, the people that you meet from all over, especially the US. There are a lot of people visiting Puerto Rico from mainland.
Whether it's them flying in or coming here on a stop on a cruise, it's cool to just have this whole eclectic mix coming to Old San Juan.
Yeah, Old San Juan is a great size for a full day experience. But we do recommend not visiting La Perla. It's an old community tucked just east of the cemetery, and it has a bit of a notoriously dangerous past with visitors who don't always know how to respect the wishes of the locals. But again, we have to say that spending a day in Viejo San Juan was probably one of our favorite cities to explore, if we can say that. Regardless, it was the perfect way to end our time in Puerto Rico, and we're so happy that we could share this beautiful island with you. And another huge thank you to Catalina Crunch for sponsoring this episode. Be sure to use our link below and the code ADVENTURE to get 15% off and free shipping. We'll catch you in the next one. We can't wait to take you along for our next adventure.